Hey guys, I'm SJ, welcome back to my channel. I am an English mum of 3, married to a Swedish guy, and this month I'm travelling all around Scandinavia with him and doing daily vlogs. So do follow along if you want to follow us this summer. Today I wanted to hop on and do a video I've wanted to do for so long, which is a Swedish baby girl name vlog. I do tons of baby name videos, I'm kind of obsessed with baby names, and for my own children I've always really looked at the Swedish lists. So my little girl is called Elin, which is the Swedish version of Evelyn, and I think that's what you can do by looking at other countries, is find kind of versions of names that are much more unique than what you're going to get from your own country. What strikes me about Swedish names is that they are very short and strong names. I think a lot of them come from like old Norse meanings and like Swedish heroine style. So if you're looking for a really strong and cool name for your little girl, I think I've got some great ideas for you. So first up is a name I've heard a lot and is very Scandinavian, which is the name Britt. Have you heard of that name? It sounds so Swedish to me, and it's got a gorgeous baby name meaning. So it means powerful and strong, and I think it sounds like that, doesn't it? And it's so much more unique than the British names like Beatrice, like Bridget, that are booming at the moment. If you had a little girl called Britt, it would be so different, and it sounds very kind of Hollywood and iconic to me as well. I really love it. I'd love to know what you think of it in the comments below. A name I hear more often in Sweden, but is a sort of Swedish version of a British name, is the name Elin. So we have the name Elin and Eleanor and things like that, but Elin is such a short, sweet version of it. And if you're looking for kind of an unusual E name, because they are so popular at the moment, this is a great one. It actually means torch of light. So for the little light of your life, had to do it. It could be a great one. It is so pretty, it is short and sweet. I think you should pop it onto your baby name list. A name I've just come across which I absolutely love is a nature name, and Sweden is all about the nature, and that is the name Embla. How cute is that? It means elm tree, so it's so pretty. I think it's really soft. I actually really like the name M as a shorter nickname because it's quite vintage sounding, isn't it? And Embla, it just sounds very outdoorsy, very folksy. It's everything that a Swedish name should be, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Flower names from other countries are a great way of finding an unusual one, and the next name means lily, but that's the name Sanna. So Sanna is a very soft sounding flower name. I think it's really pretty, and again it's hard to find a kind of S name that isn't massively overused. We all know that Swedes are very beautiful people, and as an English girl in Sweden I can tell you that is very true. And the next name means divine beauty, and that is the name Asta. I really think it is so cute. We hear Astrid a lot, and that's kind of come across the pond to other places, but Asta is so different and so pretty. It sounds very kind of iconic to me and very almost like star, so kind of like very heavenly and pretty. I think it is really gorgeous and a bit sort of punky as well, so let me know what you think of it. If you're looking for an L name and you can't find one that isn't really overused, then how about the name Ulla? Ulla is a vintage baby name here in Sweden. It is absolutely gorgeous and it means prosperous, so it is so nice. And I think actually switching up to a U makes it a bit more kind of Hollywood, like those names Uma and things like that. It's so unusual to find a good U name, and Ulla is really pretty. So in loads of Ellas out there, this could be a kind of way to switch it up and find something a little bit more special. Very Swedish sounding name is the name Cygnus. Have you heard these types of names? They're so Scandinavian. So if you do have some Scandinavian blood in your family, this just sounds from this area. So it'd be a really lovely way of kind of bringing that into your family again. I think it is a really gorgeous name as well. For me it sounds like quite musical. It actually means sign, and you say it, yeah, Signe. So kind of really sweet and pretty, isn't it? A name that I really like that I found on some Swedish baby name lists doesn't sound particularly Swedish actually, and it is Carita. So you do hear Karin a lot over here and things like that, and Caro is a name I really like, but Carita is really nice. But what really sold it to me is that it means loving, and how nice is that? I think we're always looking for baby name meanings when we're choosing our kids' names, and what could be more special than a little name meaning loving? And I think it's a really elegant, long, pretty name as well, but mega unusual. I'd never heard it before, and that's quite unusual for me because I read a lot of baby name books. I couldn't have a baby name girl list without the name Ingrid on it. It is one of those iconic Swedish names from Ingrid Bergman, who was a Hollywood actress from Sweden. So it's got a kind of vintage sound to it, I think, because of her. Kind of remember those old movies that she was in, real Hollywood siren days. How cute is this name? I wish I'd kind of thought of it actually, because I've realised I really, really love it. And Ing was kind of the god of fertility, so I think for a mother and daughter it's got that really beautiful meaning, and then the rest of the name means pretty or peaceful, so it's kind of got that fertility, peace, beautiful type of meaning, so it couldn't be more Swedish in a way. So if that's kind of your vibe, then have a think about it. I think it's actually really unusual as well. I don't hear many Ingrids. Let me know if you know one and what they think of their name. And last up is a name I've never heard outside of Sweden, and that is the name Tuva. Isn't that a cute little name? I love names that begin with a T, like Tilly, and it's got that kind of Eva thing going on for it with the V and the A. But imagine if in a classroom of Evas and Avas, little Tuva would just be the cutest little thing. I think this is the prettiest little name that I've heard in a long time. It is so cute. But don't be fooled, it's got a really strong, powerful feminine meaning, like most of the Scandinavian names. Its origin was an old Nordic kind of folklore around the god of thunder. So yeah, she could be a really strong little girl, and I really love it for that. I hope you like the names I've chosen. They're quite unusual ones. I wanted to give you something a little bit different that you haven't just heard lots of times before. I would love to know what you think of them in the comments below, and if you've got any other Swedish or Scandinavian types of names that you like. Always reading all your comments and replying, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!